Welcome to Roofing Explained. My name is Shawn Whalen, and today I'm going to walk you through the components of your roof. Whether you're considering a new roof, you've noticed a yellow stain, or maybe you just heard a sales pitch from some guy at your front door, I'm going to break down the components of your roof so that you can be an informed consumer. The first component of your roof system that we're going to go over is the roof's decking. I like to think of the roof decking as the foundation of the roof system. There are several different types of decking. Here we have plywood, OSB, and 3/4 inch plank boards. Should decking be removed, or is it okay to repair decking? How do you know when you should replace the decking? If there's no damage present to the decking once the shingles and the old roofing material are removed, it's perfectly fine to reuse that. It's no need to replace it. If there is damage and it is widespread or localized, a spot here, a spot there, then we would recommend that you cut those pieces out and replace those bad spots. However, if the damage is widespread and there's water infiltration and rotten wood, it is best recommended to remove all the old decking and replace it new. Should a roofer shingle over existing materials? Well, let me tell you. If once the shingles are removed and the decking is intact and there's no damage present, it is perfectly fine to reuse that. If there is damage, then it must be replaced. As a homeowner, should you have to pay for your decking? That all depends on your contract and what's stated in it. If there is damage present that was unaccounted for in the estimate or the contract that you were given by your contractor, then yes, it would be a change order or an upcharge. If damaged materials were allotted in the estimate and you fall under that allotment, then no, it should be covered under the contract. Can damage be seen from the attic? Yes and no. Some damage is visible from the attic. You can see when active leaks have come through and made their way all the way through the components of the existing roof system and exposed themselves in the attic. However, not all damage can be seen from the attic. Once shingles and old roofing material torn off of your existing roof, more damage might be noticeable that didn't make its way into the attic just yet. The next component of your roof system that we're going to address is underlayment. What is underlayment? Underlayment is a synthetic woven paper product that is applied to the roof's decking, on top of the wood, and underneath the shingles. It serves two purposes. It's a secondary barrier to protect any leaks that might infiltrate through the shingles, and is also a vapor barrier, keeping climate control inside your home. Where is underlayment applied? Underlayment is applied all over the entire surface of the roof's deck before it is shingled. Are there different kinds of underlayment and what's necessary for your home? There are several different types of underlayment. You have what I have pictured here is a synthetic woven product. You can see how much stronger it is. And then a very important part of component of underlayment is what we call ice and water shield. Ice and water shield, especially in colder climates, is going to need to be installed anywhere where ice damming is a probability. We put ice and water shield along the eaves or the lowest part of your roof, directly above the gutter. We put it in all valleys, anywhere where snow can sit or high concentrations of water will be diverted to. In any valleys, we put it around any penetrations and anywhere that there is a potential for a leak, a high-risk leak area. After that is applied, the synthetic underlayment is applied on the remainder of the roof. There should be no bare wood on your roof after the paper is installed. So you might ask, do better underlayments cost more? Yes, absolutely. As with anything in any consumer product that you're going to buy, the better the product is, the more money it costs. How are underlayments applied to your roofing system? Our ice and water shield is a self-adhered peel and stick membrane that adheres directly to the roof deck once it's peeled. And the synthetic underlayment is either going to be stapled or button cap nailed. The next component we're going to address on your roof system is drip edge. Drip edge is a one-piece extruded aluminum flashing, for lack of a better word, that is designed to go along the perimeter of your roof, on your eaves and your rakes, nailed down to the decking to protect any water from penetrating fascia boards. The next component of your roof system that we're going to address is flashing. Flashing is a very, very critical component of any roof system. Flashing is used at any intersection of the shingles to the wall, and it is very important because that is where most leaks happen. Right here I have the two most common types of flashing that you'll encounter or that'll be needed on your roof. Here we have step flashing. Now step flashing is used on the side where the sides of shingles will terminate into a wall, a chimney, a skylight, anything like that. So if the shingles are running this way, going up, this is the side of them, this is a wall, you put a shingle down, flashing. And it's called step flashing because there's several pieces to it. So every shingle that gets laid down, there's one piece of flashing that goes with it. So shingle, flashing. Another shingle, another piece of step flashing. Next we have what we call head wall flashing or apron flashing. This flashing differs from step flashing because of the application of it. Step flashing is used where shingles will go into the side. So when your shingles run up and there's a wall or a termination point that can't otherwise be weatherproofed, that's where head wall flashing comes in. So the same principle applies. If the shingles are running the opposite direction now, this way, this would go at the top of the last shingle, flash the wall to the shingle, and then seal. Next we have the main roofing material that'll be on your roof, which is asphalt shingles. There are several different types of asphalt roofing shingles. We have architectural or dimensional shingles, and we have 3-tab shingles. The difference between architectural and 3-tab shingles is on the thickness, the type of warranty, and obviously the aesthetic appearance. Architectural shingles typically carry a 35 to 50-year warranty, depending on which line you choose. 3-tab shingles are classic shingles. These are the first asphalt shingles that have been produced. This is what you'll see on older homes. They are pretty much obsolete at this point. They carry a 20 or a 25-year warranty, manufacturer's warranty, and they are substantially thinner than architectural shingles. How are shingles adhered to the roof? Asphalt shingles are mechanically fastened with galvanized roofing nails with a broad head. They also come with an integrated tar or adhesion strip. What this does is allows the shingle, after it's nailed, to adhere to the subsequent shingles before it. Are different kinds of shingles used in different areas of the roof, and why? Yes, they are. So the ones that we showed you before, these are what we call field shingles. This is what you see on 99% of the roof. This is the main coverage for the whole entire roof. Before that goes down, we have what is called a starter shingle. Now this goes along the entire perimeter of the roof, along the eave and along the rakes. If it's going up the rake, it'd be turned that way. And if you can see here, it has a secondary tar strip that applies a second layer of adhesion along the perimeters where there would be uplift. And lastly, we have hip and ridge cap. This goes on hips and ridges to protect the peaks and the hips of each roof. The final component of your roof system that we're going to address is ventilation. What is ventilation and why is it important? So ventilation is exactly what it sounds. There's several different types. There's attic ventilation, which is designed to remove the stagnant air from inside the attic space of your roof system, protecting the longevity and the performance of your shingles and your roofing system in whole. Here we have ridge vent. This goes exactly what it sounds like. This goes over top of the ridge and allows air to escape through slots cut along your roof decking at the top. It allows the hot air that builds up in your attic to evacuate through the ridge or the peak. This is standard box vent. Standard box vent is a static vent. It has just an opening in your roof. It allows the air to come out. This would be used in situations where you can't use a ridge vent. Let's say you have a hip roof and there isn't a substantial amount of ridge to allow adequate ventilation. You would install these or power vents. Now this one I have here looks like a standard box vent or slant back, but this is actually a mechanical solar vent. So once the sun hits this, it turns these turbines and it creates draft to help that hot stagnant air evacuate through the attic space. Another type of ventilation, aside from your attic ventilation, is bathroom or kitchen vents. These hook up to ductwork or flexible ductwork from a shower exhaust. And what this does is it sucks the steam from a shower out of the bathroom and allows it to escape through the roof's exterior and not throw steam up into your attic, which could cause all kinds of problems. And we have flashings for pipe vents or plumbing vents. So any plumbing in your home has to vent fresh air It typically goes up through the roof. This is what goes around them to flash them into the roof system and make sure that there's no leaks. They have neoprene or rubber gaskets that seal tightly around the pipe, and then you would shingle around these to flash it in properly. Here's how all the components of a roof system come together and will look on your roof. From the bottom up, here we have our ice and water shield. We have drip edge underneath it at the eave. We have our synthetic underlayment, and then we have our rake drip edge or our side drip edge that goes on top of our underlayment papers. We have our starter shingle along the eave and along the rakes. We have our field shingles staggered up to our vent and our ridge cap, fastened and installed with the nails seen here. Thanks for watching our video, The Components of a Roof System. I'm Shawn Whalen with Whalen Exteriors. You can check us out at www.whalenexteriors.com. Follow us on social media. And of course, if you need help with anything roofing related, give us a call today.